Oi, I'm not a fraud. I'm not a fraud. I am LNobbins. Hello, guys. Hello, guys. Hello, guys. Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's stream of Destiny. What's basically, on paper, an irrelevant game. Is not going to be on the pitch because Pep has decided to field a very strong team, which is quite interesting. We'll have a look at that momentarily. But how are we doing, Jack? And how are we doing, Tom? What have we been up to today? Jack, thank you for your help with my design situation and assisting me in the future merchandise store. Pet the shithouse with the kids on the bench. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, so in terms of the bench, there's Ben Knight, there's Alex Robertson, obviously Palmer, Nico O'Reilly, Shea Charles as well. There's no room for our high-flying wingers in the Premier League 2, so that to me suggests that they don't really have a future at City, and they're not really the sorts of player that Pep is interested in. That's all I can really think of. You had a fat nap. Excellent work, Jack. But you woke up with a dead arm. Dead arms or dead legs are properly grim, aren't they? Like, they are... They're up there with some of the worst things when you get proper pins and needles. It's very grim. But you had a fat nap, which is always good. Any particular reason for the fat nap, Jack? Or you just felt like having a fat nap? Hello, TTV, and hello, DR. How are we all today, guys? You've got a proper snack hole, Tom. Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more. I know I said before the game doesn't matter, but let me just see if it matters for Brighton, because obviously City have won the title. That's fine. That's safe. Can Brighton do anything? Yes, they can. They can technically go ahead of Liverpool if they win their 2 games. And if Liverpool lose their game, they're almost definitely not going to drop out of 6th place, though, due to a goal difference with Aston Villa. They could get the same point. So Brighton are basically guaranteed to finish in 6th unless some very interesting circumstances happen. And obviously City can't really move from the top. So this is on paper a bit of an irrelevant game. And that's a shame because this could have been... Oh, that's the wrong button. This could have been a really, really tricky fixture for City had... in terms of like the title race, had Arsenal actually pushed us to this point where we had to win this game. Brighton away is hard. I thought they played better than us at the Etihad. They had more of the ball, I remember that much. It required Haaland on excellent form for us to win that game. So this is going to be a really tricky game, I think. And as I say, away against Brighton and away against Brentford could have been really, really scary and nerve-wracking if we had to go there and win, but we don't have to. So from a City perspective, for me, all I'm really... Obviously, I'd love to win. I love a good performance. But at the end of the day, all I'm really after is no injuries and for the players to not be like too complacent, I guess, because we do have 2 finals coming up. You got two Pepsi bottles and a Lucozade, a pack of jelly beans, a Pringles tub, and a bar of Dairy Milk. Tom, that is... I don't even know what that is. That's not for one sitting, surely. That's an outrageous amount of food. TTV says that you're going to bottle 4th. I don't think... I mean, let's go back to the league table again. Is it even possible for you to bottle 4th? What would have to happen? Liverpool would have to win, and you would have to lose both of your next 2 games. I mean, you're going to get a point from the next 2 games, surely. Surely even United aren't that bad. I mean, they're probably going to finish 3rd now, by the looks of it. I feel like the unbeaten streak is about to end. That would be a shame if it were. I mean, and maybe the in a row streak will end of winning. But I wouldn't be terribly upset with whatever happens, really. This is a free hit. As I say, I just like the players to maintain the rhythm and for there to be 0 injuries. It's a shame that Ake is still not recovered from his injury. Hopefully he can get some minutes against Brentford, so we've got a full squad for the FA Cup final and Champions League final. That would be ideal. I think Ake is our only absentee, which is good. Not for one sitting, thank God, Tom. Otherwise, I would have popped off. You got Chelsea and Fulham. Oh, you should definitely get... I mean, you should get all 3 points from Chelsea because they are properly atrocious. And, I mean... If we have a look at the team... Mace, I'll have a look after. How you doing, mate? If we have a look at the team from City State, you can tell that it's like City had 0 respect. 0 respect for Chelsea. because this is an incredibly strong team and we played like children last time out. All that is interesting, really, I didn't even really notice this initially when the team got released. Like, we're playing Rodri at centre-back, and I don't know why. Like, I don't know why Laporte. If the idea is to rest Diaz and Akanji, that's fine, but why not give, like, Laporte the game? I just don't really get it. I would have really preferred someone like Rodri to have another game off and then bringing him for Brentford to get him back to match sharpness ahead of the two finals. But, hey, they must all be fully fit, otherwise Pep would not be starting them. Oh, yes, I don't think I can use that, Miz. But if someone does want to use that, they're more than welcome to. Yeah, I think that only works if you've never done it before or something. When I have. Just Pat Bonner, the Moroccan keeper, and also the lead singer of U2. TTV says, I reckon we can take City to pens if we are on form. The only way City don't win that game in extra time is if City are not performing to the level they can, because if they do, then they should win really comfortably. So the only question is, will they perform or not? Because really, it should be a very simple game for City, because they are much better. But we'll see. We'll see what we see. Look at my bold frauds there on the screen, and there, Pep Guardiola posters and shirts. Well, not Pep Guardiola. Bold fraud smoking a cigar, the official term. Posters, wall art, and shirts and coasters, etc. will be available to purchase from the actual Knob store very soon. And hopefully I'll have a think of some other designs that I can make. If it got to pens, you think that you'd win? I mean, City are notoriously bad with penalties, other than Haaland, so that checks out. I don't know how United are at penalties, but yeah, we are notoriously poor, aside from Erling. Even Gundogan, who should be good at penalties, is not, it turns out, for City, which is really weird. I tried convincing my dad to take me to Prague. The only thing stopping me was the price of the trip and getting tickets. I mean, those are two pretty big factors, Miz. I can't lie. Oh, Julian, yeah, Jack, you're not wrong. Yeah. Julian is. I don't think he's missed. I don't think he's taken that many for City. But yeah, he's also a good taker. Mahrez is sometimes really good, but then sometimes shite. Ditto Gundogan. I think Foden's alright. I know he missed one against West Ham, but I think in general he's alright at pens. Rodri's terrible. He's taken one and it was a shocking. In my head, John Stones is quite good, but I don't really... That's not based on anything. Edison's good, I know that much. Hello, Galaxy Dust. Surely Dortmund can't bottle this title now. I want to see the spoiled Bayern fans cry just like Celtic kids when they didn't win 10 in a row because of Gerrard's Rangers. All they've got to do is win their last game, Galaxy Dust. That's all they've got to do. Bayern are so bad. And to be fair, if they win it, it will be more Bayern have lost it rather than they've won it, because it's just terrible. Muhar asks, will the quizzes go back to 2 weeks? And yes, because we did a poll in the Discord server and only one person voted for every 3 weeks, whereas 8 people voted to go back to 2 weeks. So we are going to go back to every 2 weeks because that is what the people want. So there we go. You're doing Noblet FC ever or not? Do you want me to, DR, or shall I not? I can do a different one instead. Don't diss General Stones. No, I said he probably could. So yes, Muhart will go back to 2 weeks, because that's what the voter was in the server. Mars from the spot when it actually matters. Oh, I know. He missed that one at Anfield, and he missed that one at West Ham as well, didn't he? Well, I won't do it then, DR. Don't worry about it. I'll do something at some point. Don't worry about it. Just remembering in doing a watch along for this. Wait, what's the hell? What's that, Toby? Just rubbing in doing a watch along for this, Mr. Nobbins. Hey, it's a City game, Toby. It's got to be done. How are you, though, Toby? What are your thoughts on the season? Because obviously it's not really gone the way it should have gone. And from the position Arsenal were in, say, a couple months ago. Alaba is leaving Barca. I don't think Alaba is at Barca, TTV. Do you mean Alaba? Do you mean Alaba? What's this, Tom? Bayern and nothing without the GOAT goalkeeper Lewandowski. Well, to be fair, they have been poor without Lewandowski. I have a relative degree of sympathy, because if you go from all the Guard of Honor, if you go from, you know, the best number 9 in the world to Sadio Mane as your striker, or Choupo-Moting, you're gonna have a drop off. I'm not saying it's forgivable, but I'm saying it's, you know, relatively understandable why it could be a slight drop off. Is Nathan Jones the most David Brent manager we've ever had in the Prem? Definitely, but he did stop the quadruple, to be fair. If City do win the treble, then he stopped the quadruple. I feel like Cancelo will not join Bayern on a permanent. I just wonder where Cancelo's going to go, because it sounds like City don't want him. It sounds like Bayern don't want him. Barca want him, but they probably can't buy him because they're poor. I don't really know what's going to happen there. Put on the Hearts game. We're actually winning away. Well done, Cakes. How are Hearts doing in the table? What's happening there? Why are they banning Tony when Trippier got nothing? I thought, was Trippier not banned for a few months, Galaxy? I can't remember. Toby says, I'm fine. Thoughts on the season? We've bottled it. I'm not surprised. Everyone said it, but young squad, not a lot of depth. I'm hopeful that if we nail our summer recruitment, we can make even larger strides going forward. And that's what Arteta himself said. Use the wording, we have to nail our summer recruitment. Yes, I totally agree. I totally agree with you. No one expected Arsenal to be in that position, but when they were, they should have done better. But so yeah, they did have you could say a weak mentality or an inferiority complex, but to be fair, I don't expect them to have a Premier League winning mentality. Yes, it's got to be all about progression, and as you say, they have to get recruitment spot on, because I personally think City are going to be better next season. So that's my thoughts anyway. I think if Arsenal want to try to challenge City and take them to the last game of the season this time, then they've got to improve themselves as well. Because as I say, I can only really see City getting better. Arsenal want Cancelo. Well, they can't have him. That's one of the players they can't have. And there's no way we'll sell Cancelo to Arsenal. Surely not. Cakes was saying, Cake says, I was saying we should get Cancelo, but I've thought about it, and now I'm against it. Do you need Cancelo and Luke Shaw in the same team, though? Squad, sorry. Choupo-Moting and Matthias Tel is an elite selection of strikers. Choupo-Moting, the biggest fraudulent fraud I've seen. Your dad got you Jack Daniels and Coke. Miss, how old are you? I thought you were underage. Game's the game at the end of the day, says Toby. Absolutely. They've got to try to learn from it. Oh, that's interesting. This graphic is suggesting that Bernardo Silva's playing at left back. Which was an option in my head, but I didn't really think that he'd go to it again after the first half against Arsenal, where it half worked. Yeah, that'll be interesting. It might make more sense than playing Rodri at centre-back, but we'll find out, won't we? Do you think Qatar will buy United to rival the Abu Dhabis that own us? It sounds like Qatar are desperate to buy United, but the Glazers are massive teasers and just seeing how much money they can squeeze. I feel like I get the feeling that they're not even going to sell, and they've just used this as a sort of exercise to be like, oh, look at how popular we are, and to try to drum up more interest as like a PR move. I'm not sure. Football Always is celebrating his 3rd month as a Nabinho Ultra on YouTube. Thank you so much, Football Always, you beautiful human being. Heard Vardio's expensive. Barcelona swap deal of Ilkay and Koundé for a cheap fee. They will not. I know they won't be getting a cheap fee for Vardio. He'll be at least like 100 million. Oh, right back. What's interesting about Cancelo is I prefer him at left back. Dixie Dean Graph. Oh, there we go. We've kicked off. There we go. I'm sure Haaland will break his own record. Like, this is his first year. I only expect him to get better. Love you, Football Always, bro. Todd Campbell getting crunched by my Japanese friend. Who's your Japanese friend, KX? Is that striker? Miz is an alcoholic. Confirmed. Galaxy does he not wrong about Choupo-Moting. Hello, boss. Will City win the treble? They should do, and I hope so. And yeah, I'll say they will. Why not? They are better than Man United, and they are better than Inter Milan. So using logic, they should do it. I don't like whiskey. 1,000 Matoma own goals. In Matoma, you can come over to City, to be honest. We need more depth at left wing. Hello, Football Always. Thoughts on McAllister to Liverpool? What's the situation with that? Have there been any updates? Because I know Liam was telling me about that. It's Oda. I don't know who that is, KX, sorry. City playing out from the back, lovely. I don't like whiskey. You borrow Champions League too, like, hey, we might do, but based on, all I can do is base it off who's the better side. And in general, the best side wins. So, you know. Hello, Egal, how you doing, matey? I forgot you were playing. Yeah, this game is now, we were saying earlier, Egal, this game is now irrelevant basically for both teams. Which is a shame, because it could have been, if this game had some stakes in it, this could have been a really interesting, tricky game for City, like squeaky bum time. What's Ornstein said, KX? What's Ornstein said, you cheeky man? Muha says, do you think if City win the treble, City's treble will be better than United in 99? I think so, personally, because in the first instance, United won that treble, won the Premier League by 1 point, and they only got 79 points, which is one of the lowest Premier League points winning tallies ever. And they only won it by 1 point, whereas City should get around 90 and have done it by a fair margin. I can't remember what happened in the FA Cup that year, but I think that United had at least one replay, maybe even two. Whereas I don't think City conceded a goal in the FA Cup yet. And in the Champions League, United didn't even top their group. So I think it's fair to say they weren't the best team in the Champions League. I don't think anyone would really contend that's... Oh, that's nice by Rico Lewis. I don't think anyone would really argue City aren't the best team in the Champions League this season. As I say, United weren't. They didn't even top their group. And then in the final, they weren't the better side. Juve were not good that year, by the way. Juve finished, what, 5th in Serie A? I'm pretty sure. I'm happy to be corrected on that. While City have had the defending and maybe... the reigning and maybe defending German champions. And we've had the juju of Real Madrid, who are the defending European champions. And we're about to face the defending Italian champions. And I think we've done it in a more convincing manner, literally blowing teams away. If it happens, obviously. Juve was predicted to win it. But where did they finish that year, TTV? I'm pretty sure they weren't even the 3rd best team in their own league that year. As I say, I'm pretty sure they were 4th or 5th best in their own league. Personal terms are agreed with McAllister. If it happens, I think it's a fantastic signing, Football Always. Who are the best and worst looking footballers we've seen? Olivier Giroud and Pella have got to be up there. Mount's leaning to joining United. I saw Mason Mount, 80 million. What's that all about, guys? What is that all about? Hello, Michino. How are you? I'm going to be one of the guys that waved the Champions League logo before the match in the final. I rate that. How are you doing there, by the way, bro? Tom says Lukaku's going to shit himself when he finds out he's against big man Rico Lewis, who has got very good hair. Inter aren't the defending champions. I apologise. That was AC Milan, wasn't it? My bad. Yeah. I apologise. Oh, finished second. Well, there you go. So they were the 2nd best team. Oh, I know what I'm thinking of. Inter were the defending champions in 99. Who won Serie A in 99? Was it AC? I think Inter won it in 98. That's why I said in defending champions. I'll check. Let's have a look-see. TTV, you're lying to me. Juventus finished 7th that year. Hello? What do you mean they finished 2nd? They finished 7th? Inter Milan finished 8th. Yeah. So, let me just double check that Inter were defending champions that year. Let me double check. Oh, no, it was Juve. Oh, Inter came 2nd. Okay, my bad. Sorry, I was just making it up about Inter Milan. Never mind. Yeah. So, Juve that year were the 7th best team in Italy. And, oh, Haaland should score. Really? Should do much better there. Yeah, so Juve finished 7th that year. Inter finished 8th that year. So, United beat the 7th and 8th best team in Italy that year. So, when Gary Neville says Juve were the best team in Europe that year, no, they bloody weren't. Bayern were. Hello? So, yeah. And then in the final, they were outplayed in the final. They weren't the better side. They were better in the sort of like the last 3 minutes. And like Bayern just capitulated. So yeah, so that's why I'd say the City one would be better, because if it happens, but it's happened in a much more dominant manner. A year left on his contract. Todd Bowley is mad. He is. Yeah, 80. Yeah, what do we think about that, guys? 80 million for Mason Mount, who has 1 year left on his contract, apparently. I think it's mental. What do you guys think? Is the bot not working? Hello, Flumps. How are we? Do you think City and Newcastle in the Champions League next will bring more oil money? Well, it sounds like the Premier League are maybe trying to... What's the word? Trying to shut up shop on that because they're trying to change the owners' tests. So it might be the end of it. I'm not sure. No, you can't. Don't touch Evie, you swine. My friend doesn't follow football comic races when I said even though he's German, Gundogan looks Turkish. No, he does, because he's got that heritage. Oh, nearly a good touch by Hall. And Brighton needs to be careful in their own box. Goodness me. Didn't we win the treble in 08? No. You won the double. You won the Premier League and Champions League. But not the FA Cup. Or League Cup. Yeah, Flumps, I'm doing great. Of course I'm doing great, because City are Premier League champions. And we're in the FA Cup and Champions League final. Whatever happens, I'm a happy boy, because we've won the Premier League. Obviously, I'd love to win the FA Cup. Obviously, I'd love to win the Champions League. But I'm happy no matter what. To be fair, this has been a successful season no matter what. Many Premier League clubs are furious with the delays of the City FFP investigation. Well, the law is what I would say to them is the law is an ass, and it's going to take years for this to be resolved. It's also an issue when the Premier League has basically zero evidence, and it's using public accounts and hacked emails, and that's all they have. This isn't like Juve where there's like clear-cut evidence, hence the points deduction happening like immediately. So it's a weird one. This is really good work by Brighton, and they should score here. And he didn't commit quickly enough. I think it was Foden who got the blocking against Welbeck. Hello, Musty. Hello, Matthew. Oh, I forgot to change debate of the day to his. Well, we can still talk about this. In fact, this is the debate of the day. Season awards. Hello, Matthew, by the way. How are we? Season awards. Who do you think is the... who do you think should be the manager of the season? Who do you think should be player of the season, and why is it Haaland? Who's been the sort of like the biggest disappointment of a signing? Who's been the best signing? Who's been the most improved player? Give me some of those. Let me know your thoughts. City defend their corner. Yeah, how you doing, Musty? You're not touching Evie, Tom. It's not happening. Look at Chelsea, please, says Flumps. They can get stuffed. Oh, yeah, the Everton ones. Yeah, I feel like the Everton one, no one really... That's what's interesting. No one really cares about, or has barely even talked about the Everton FFP allegations, because no one cares. It's just, you know, double standards in it. Oh, that was outrageous by Foden. Gundogan can't really control it. And this should be a goal, but it's really bad shot in the end by Gilmore. How you doing, Matthew Parts? 1999 treble is iconic because we're the first. So it might be iconic, but that does, it's always going to be more iconic by the manner in which it was won in like the last 2 minutes, but that doesn't mean it's better. As I say, me personally, I don't think winning the Premier League with a really low points tally and by 1 point, and then not being the best team in the Champions League, not even topping your group, not being the best team in the final, and relying on 2 corners in the 90th minute plus. Me personally, I don't think that's as impressive. And hey, maybe City won't even win it, but we're assuming that City will for the sake of this question. I'm taking KDB for player of the season. Football always. Why not Haaland? Tell me more. What's the biggest upset in World Cup history? 2014 semi-final, or Hungary never winning one with their prime team? Yeah, the Hungary one was in 58. Or maybe 54 where they should have won it. Biggest upset. You'd probably have to say one of the most recent World Cup. Maybe when like Saudi Arabia beat Argentina or something like that. Gaffer of the season. Tom, you can't be in the... You can't be in it. Nunez is the biggest disappointment. Haaland's been amazing, and Chelsea is shite. You're not wrong there. Nice one, Flumps. Yeah, imagine. I love Foden. Yeah, he's my boy. He's my boy. It was tricky from Gundo, but I do expect him to do a little bit better there. Yeah, it's weird. The bot is sometimes working, but sometimes not. Baby Phil's my boy. I don't think that's true, Tom. I mean, me and my podcast partner, Gasky, we talked about this in the most recent podcast, the seasonal awards. Oh, God, Ortega, be careful. I think we said that, like, Newcastle were, like, the dark horse team, like, sort of like the team where you didn't really expect them to be where they were. Fulham were a decent shout as well. We said, like, you know, flop or most disappointing signing was Richarlison. We said most improved player was probably Rashford. Because, you know, last year he had, like, the worst season he's ever had. And this season he had, like, the best season he's ever had. So it's probably got to be him. The reason why I wouldn't say Grealish is because he wasn't at all bad last year. And what else did we say? Manager of the season. I don't even know if we talked about manager of the season in the podcast. But there are loads of options. I don't think I can give it to I don't think I can really consider Arteta anymore. What a ball that is by Haaland. I can't really give it to Arteta anymore because... Of the manner in which what's happened with the title race, how it's gone before City have got 3 games left. I think we'll never play with that green kit ever again. Good. Unai manager of the season. Again, that's a decent shout. There are loads of good shouts. What are my thoughts on the new kits? I think the home kit's are all right. It's like a solid 6. I'm not going to buy it. I've got no interest in it. It's not like this home kit where I will be getting it. Orsic most disappointing, says Jack. Gilmore was a shrewd signing since people said he was stepping down as people forgot about him being so hyped as a young teenager. Chelsea's home just like most of their graduates. Yeah, I feel like they've wasted a lot of money selling academy players and then just replacing the players who probably aren't as good. I wasn't wrong earlier this season when I said Orsic was going from the Champions League to the Championship. You're not wrong, absolutely. Zerbi's in a good shout as well. Nathan Jones. Oh, yeah, get your predictions in for this game, guys. I'm going to say 2-1, low scoring. I did, Musty, but it grew on me. It did grow on me, but it was... I think the main reason why I said that about this kit was because... Oh, God, Ortega, what are you doing? Was because I thought it could have been a little bit nicer. I love the concept, whereas that one, it's like... it's not really a good concept, I don't think. I think it's only all right. Diaz's player of the season is De Bruyne, Eddie Howe for manager, Haaland... signing of the season. Young player of the season, Saka. Why not Haaland, DR? Surely it's got to be Haaland. Most improved is Xhaka. Flop is Phillips because Richarlison's boring and I hate Phillips. Fair enough. As long as you got a reason. I don't think Phillips was a waste of a signing because we do need a backup there. And it normally takes 1 season for Pep's players to adjust. Rodri needed a season. And he's only been brought in to be a backup. So I think it's fine. I think this season's home kit is my favourite ever. It's not my favourite ever, but it's I think it is going to go down as being a really iconic one for sure. I think in years to come we'll see it as being like a sought-after retro one. How does the possibility of West Ham and City winning European Silverware affect Prem qualification? I don't know if it does, Galaxy. I'm not sure, but I don't know enough. That's because Gundogan's a better player, dear. Of course you can, Musty. Tommy Swine. I can hear the Johnny Stone song, which I love. Hello, Pim. How's the build-up? Is it a back 3 of Rodri, Stones, Walker with Lewis going to midfield? Great question, Pim. I've not been paying attention. I've been too busy chatting to you guys. I will try to pay attention and have a proper look. I was too busy talking about United's treble win. Let's have a look at what happens. So it initially it looks like it is in a back 3 with Rodri in it. And then what? Oh, Walker, don't give the ball away. I'm trying to find out how we're building up, and this is how you repay me. Right, next time we've got some build-up, I'll have a look. We're just doing a punt up to Haaland. Flicks it on. City can't win it back, though. Oh, that's a good touch. That's paid off for him. Oh, that's a good foul, though. He had to... That's probably a yellow card as well. Because he was in there. The system is... I mean, for people who have been paying attention... Let me know how City are building up. I've not been paying attention. Hello, Tayab, you beautiful man. How are we? What's the point of spending 50 million on a DM to be a backup? Because we need a backup. We need an out-and-out backup. That's why, because Fernandinho's going. Every time Argentina have won the World Cup, a team that has never won the Champions League wins their first Champions League. And City have obviously never won it. Interesting. Who were the teams in 78 and 86? Who won the Champions League or the European Cup in 78 and 86? One more exam tomorrow. Then you've got a 10-day exam break. Half term. Wonderful tip. Hope your exams are going really well, mate. Do you think they're going well? What are the odds City win by a margin of at least 3 goals in the final? I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring final. Not with Inter Milan. Not with Inter Milan. Surely not. We can discuss whatever you want on the phone in, Pim. Do you think Mahrez will leave City? What, this summer? No. What the every team has won the Champions League this century is either a Spaniard or a Brazilian in their first team squad. Inter Milan is neither, but City have both. Isn't there something about a Croatian factor though? Isn't it something like that? Like Inter have one and we don't. That's why we're going to lose or something. I think I saw that somewhere. Had a 2-hour 50. Oh, that's long. What was it on? You haven't used him as a back. Well, we have when he's fit, to be fair. But again, if Rodri's fit and available, then we play him because he's much better. And Rodri hasn't been injured yet so far, so it's all good. Brozovic, yeah. Oh, Matoma up against that. Yeah, that's ran out of play. Thank you. Croatia's owner, Fez. Some tournaments used to have 2-legged finals. Yes, and also when they replayed. Oh, it's Brighton press is very strong. Why has Philip not started today? I don't know, Dia. You'd have to ask. But Philip started last time, so I'm assuming Rodri doesn't need a rest. Otherwise, he'd be rested. That's not offside, apparently. That's another foul by City on the edge of the box. Silly fouls. The last time... Right, what is this? The last time Fulham finished above Chelsea was in '83. That year, a team that has never won the Champions League, Hamburg, won their first ever Champions League, beating an Italian team in the finals. I love all these things that link up together. If Rodri ain't playing a DM, your backup DM should play. But again, but Gundogan's better than Phillips. It doesn't matter, does it? If no one's injured, it's not detrimental. It's not an issue. It's also his first season, as I say. Rodri in his first season wasn't particularly good. In fact, I'd say he was borderline poor. He kept getting caught out on the ball. It was a bad time. I'm excited for Jackbox Night on Friday. Yeah, Jackbox Night should be fun, Muha. That is this Friday at 10. GCSE crew. Lovely stuff, Tayab. What's the rebuttal, Musty? I don't even know what the Croatia stuff is. Isn't it something like a team with the Croatian players won Champions League every single year or something? I don't know. I don't know the exact details. They think Kevin Lavia, who's better than Phillips, would have been a better decision than wasting 50 mil. I don't know. Pep obviously saw something in Phillips he didn't see in Lavia. I guess time will tell. That's a really good free kick, and it hits the crossbar. Deary me. Brighton are all over City. This does feel like a dead rubber of a game. The way City are playing. Not like they're on the beach, but you know what I mean. I know, but like, why, DR? He's not even... He's brought in to be a backup. I wouldn't worry about it. He's not been brought in to change the team. Really good work by Mahrez. Into Kevin De Bruyne. The counter-attack could be on. Into Haaland. Just take a shot, mate. Back to De Bruyne. He's sold short, though, by Haaland. Yeah, Lavia was, you know, unproven, whereas you could say Phillips is prem-proven. So I don't think anyone last season was saying Lavia is better. The last time a Croatian didn't win the Champions League was against the English team playing their second final. Amazing. Oh, here we go. Haaland's in, is he? How has he not scored? I don't understand. Haaland, mate. What's going on? You were in. I looked up and you were in one-on-one. Oh, what's happening? Hello, Village. It may have been a foul by Gundogan anyway. Was it a good ball through by Foden? Yeah, it was. Foden played a really nice ball in. Haaland should have done better there. Should have taken the shot there. I think he overplayed it there. Haaland fell off. Shut up, KX. Weird thing about Diaz, first centre back to win 3 in a row. Oh yeah, I saw that. I was like, yeah, guys, like at least 3 United centre halves have done that. Although I do think that Diaz is the only player who's got a 100% Prem win ratio of, you know, and like the highest as well. I don't think anyone's done only had 3 seasons and won 3 seasons. On FIFA, I'm trying to be the best manager in career. I've won 2 Champions League in 2 years at 2 different clubs. What are the clubs, Flumps? Shut up, DR. Wait, who's your player of the season, DR? We tried to do a drill of our starting 7 players versus 3 defenders, and they had to make 10 passes. They didn't even make 3. Hey, well, that's nearly a third. They tried. Oh, yeah, well, it's just racism, isn't it? The Vinicius Jr. thing. Is Foden into Riyadh? Well defended by Brighton. No, Gundogan waits for the second ball, which was silly. Now Brighton could be in. And indeed they are, and here they come. And Rodri's nearly caught up. Well, you're not going to outpace Walker. That is not happening. There we go. Why do players try to think they're going to outpace Walker? I don't know if I think I've only ever seen him outpace once, and that was when Mbappe had a slight start over him. Sure, KX. De Bruyne. De Bruyne hasn't even been City's second best player. Young Phil is 5 frames. What a cheeky man. No, because Ake's played for Bournemouth, Jack. KB dipped for the first 10 games. He didn't dip, but I mean, he was getting loads of assists, actually. But he wasn't actually playing to the best of his abilities. No, I'd say Grealish over De Bruyne, DR. Grealish has been better than Kevin this season. And you could make a really strong argument for Ake over De Bruyne as well. Do you think La Liga is not doing enough to kick out racism? I don't really know what they're doing, but didn't their president basically come out and try to defend it? So if that's the case, then that's obviously not enough, is it? I'd personally say Grealish. But yeah, and as I say, you could definitely make an argument for Ake over him as well. For sure. City are interested in Evan Ferguson. I'd be very surprised about that. That'd be a waste of a signing for me. We've got Alvarez and Haaland. I was going to go Prague, but I can't get tickets, and I'm not paying £2,000 for 2 tickets. It's simply not worth it, Miz. It's simply not worth it. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Grealish is the most surprising. Still think Haaland, Ovs, and De Bruyne are most likely. Yeah, Haaland's been better, but I definitely would say Grealish has been our most consistent player. And he's definitely been our second... Well, not definitely. He's definitely either our second or third best. It's either Grealish or Ake. And then I'd have Kevin, really. De Bruyne has been coming into his own in the latter stages of the season. So for me, I think there's a lot of recency bias going on. But yeah, at the start of the season, he was missing 5-yard passes. Is Riyadh? He's played in Haaland. And this has got to be a goal, Haaland. Come on, mate. Come on. Oh, he's played in little Phil. Can someone please score? There we go. Boom. Fantastic work by Haaland and Phil. And there we go. The goal, which doesn't really mean anything, but a fantastically worked goal. I thought Haaland had thrown this away, but he gets the assist. Another goal contribution for him. Lovely. Haaland assist. But guys, he doesn't create for his team. He doesn't do anything but score. Little Phil has scored. Really nice link-up play. If Haaland's on... That's a wonderful ball by Mahrez. He could have gone on his own, but he waited. He waited for the better option, which was to play in Phil. And then Phil, on the right foot, rolls it in. Boom. Really nice goal. What Grealish has done is something I think will happen to Sancho. It's got to happen soon, because he's now going into his 3rd season. Lovely. I mean, actually, probably the Brighton defender should have cleared it off the line. It wasn't the most convincing shot by Foden. But yeah, it wasn't a clean connection. And he ends up kicking it into his own net. Why is he pointing to the crowd? Because he loves them. I mean, it's a pointless goal, Village. I'm not going to scream and pop off. As I say, this game is a dead rubber. I'm not going to go insane. You're much better than me, Flumps. Tom, what? Drop your top 5 players for the team. Drop your top 5 players for your team this season. Oh, for each team. Oh, yeah. So for us, it's got to be so Haaland, Grealish, Ake. Oh, God, it's hard. Do I want Diaz in there? Or I'm stuck between like Diaz, Rodri, and De Bruyne. I think De Bruyne has got to be in there. So Diaz or Rodri? Oh, that's an impossible question. I don't actually know. Probably Rodri, just because I think Diaz was injured towards the start. So maybe I'd edge it to Rodri, but that is close. And that's leaving out Gundogan. Oh, gosh, it's hard. A lovely little flick by Haaland. Morris is not strong enough. City fans, what do you think? Yeah, you have, Pim, you swine. Everyone has. I don't know where this myth that Haaland's bad at build-up came from. Even at the start of his City career, he was never bad at build-up. Even at Dortmund, he was never bad at build-up. I don't really know where that came from. I think it's just because he's a tall man and was scoring lots of tap-ins. So people are like, oh, he doesn't build up. It's like, yes, he does. Haaland, Grealish. Oh, Akanji and Stones. Wow. Oh, Brighton are in. No, they aren't. Ortega, well done. Where are the limbs, you plastic? But we didn't need to celebrate with the fans because it's a chill. Oh, that's a lovely little flick by Gundo. Oh, I thought Kevin was going to find Haaland. KX, mate, what? Again, Stones. I've missed out Stones. It's hard. It's really hard. I think it's because he was so good on the counter at Dortmund. We didn't see it much there. It's a good point. Skamaka's better at build-up play. I feel like I've barely seen any of Skamaka this year. I feel like I saw him at the start, and then did that guy just die? Or what? Oh, what strength by Erling? I thought Bernardo was going to play in Haaland. That's upsetting. He did get an assist against us. You're not wrong for Dortmund, didn't he? Not last season, but the season before. Was that the match where he, like, popped Diaz on his arse? Not an easy task. Yeah, who are your top 5 players of the season? For your team, guys, whoever you support, who would you say 5 best players this season? From a City perspective, it's hard. I think for me, the top 3 are locked in. 4 and 5 is really tricky. Who's our worst player that has started? Right, okay, Musty. Where do I find the data on how many starts a squad of players have had? I can find the data for appearances. How do I find the data for starts? That's a lovely ball in. Rico Lewis. Haaland wants it. Not enough weight on the pass by Rico, who apologises to Haaland, who could have been in again. Bruno Fernandes, Luke Shaw, Martinez, Casemiro, and Rashid. That's a good shout. Again, I feel... No Varane, KX, do you not think? To be fair, I don't know if you could squeeze him in. That's probably fair, though. I don't know how to find, I know how to find appearances at SofaScore, apparently. Okay. Let's go to SofaScore. Oh, I do like Transfermarkt. Transfermarkt detailed stats. Will that tell me the detailed stats of a club, Village? If I type in Transfermarkt Man City. Does Laporte have 10 stats? That's a good question. I don't know. In all, Musty, all comps or Premier League? Right. I'm on Man City. Squads. Full squad details? Maybe? Detailed. I found detailed. That doesn't give me stats. That's upsetting. I can't find it. Village, if you could help my brain, that'd be great. Maybe I have to type in Man City for this season. I don't know. Oh, and Brighton have to score. And they do. City are asking for a handball. It is Matoma. But it looked like a handball in the build-up. And I think it's been ruled out. It did look like handball. Oi, Village, what the hell? No, I'm not looking for a play. I just want to find out. So Pim says SofaScore. That's the last time I trust Village. So, Pim, if I go to SofaScore, and I go to Man City, how do I find out how many players have had starts? What do I do? How do I find out? List view of players, maybe? No? I don't know. I don't know. I think it's going to get ruled out for handball, KX. Yeah, there we go. Ruled out. Pim for United says Casemiro, Shaw, Lissandro, Rashford, and Bruno. I think that's the same list, isn't it? So, yeah, similar vibes. Erling, Alvarez, really? Ortega, Bernardo, and Ake. He put in the net and he's shit. I don't think he's shit, KX. I think he's quite good at football, actually. DR says Bowen. Oh, sorry, I thought it was your team. Bowen and Kungun Sanchez since comparisons. Bowen, 18 goals, 12 assists. Sancho depressed, 1 goal, 2 assists. And Kungu's 6-month injury plus plays Farmers League, so no one cares. I'm going to be so interested to see how he plays next season. Sofa score, Man City starts. How about that? All I want to do is find out the starts for players. That's simply all I want. Failed the Wan-Bissaka test. Brilliant. Sofa score, Man City squad starts. I don't know. I'm struggling to find this info. If anyone can find it out for me, that'll be great. FB ref, can you help me, mate? Can you help me? All competitions. No, that's telling me players. Oh, oh, here we go. I found it. Perfect. Is that right? Rodri started 49 games. Is that real? It's mad. Right. Okay, I have the information. What was the question? What was the question, Musty? No, I've got it now on my screen. So at least 10. So, for example, that means that we eliminate Sergio Gomez, Cole Palmer, and Calvin Phillips. So the worst player with 10 starts. So not Rodri, not Haaland, not Ederson, not Gundo, not Kevin, not Grealish, not Kanji, Diaz, Bernardo, Mahrez. Okay, oh, this is nice work by City, is it? Foden into Mahrez. Lovely touch, as always. Walker, Stones, Foden. Cancelo. I tell you what. I'm not just saying this because he left us. I think the answer might be João Cancelo. Because before he left, he was borderline poor. Like, borderline poor. So I think it might be Cancelo. Here's Rico. It's not Rico Lewis. He's actually been playing quite well. That's why people on Twitter are crying for him to rest me, to be fair. It is a bit mad. Can we sign... Hello, MW Beta. Can we sign Coman and Mason Mount this season? I hope we don't, MW Beta, because I'm not really interested in those players for City. I'd much rather Vardiol. Actually, I would take Coman, but, you know. I definitely want Vardiol, and I do want an option at left wing. I do sadly remember when we signed Jack Rodwell. Didn't really understand it. He isn't a City player. He doesn't count. He's got a Premier League medal. Tom, what was your message, you swan? Julian's been great this season despite only being our main attack. You're not wrong. He has been great. I just don't think he's been 5th best. Nice to know, Village. Age is a factor. If Lewis has a few average games, it isn't surprising. And also, he's been quite good. So, yeah, so I think the answer's Cancelo, as I say. It's got to be. The only other... I mean, it's not Ortega, because he's played good whenever he's played, apart from that Southampton game, but that was everyone. I don't think it can be Rico Lewis, because he's played well. Can't be Laporte, because when he's played well. It's obviously not Alvarez, or Foden, or Stones, or anyone else above them. Wait, what? Wait, you've changed your question. What to? What have you changed your question to? Oh, Bernardo didn't get in. And oh, I was going to say it should be a goal, but Ortega saved it. He went too central. Why am I not allowed Cancelo? He's a City player. It's Matoma. This is dangerous from Brighton. City got to do some defending. Foden, no shot. All right, so I'm not allowed Cancelo for some reason. Okay, that's a foul on Kevin. Right, well, I guess it's got to be Rico Lewis then. I guess. It's between realistically, it's between Laporte, Lewis, and Ortega if we're doing it based off players with at least 10 starts in all comps. So take your pick out of those three. And it's not Laporte, so it's out of Lewis and Ortega. And Ortega's played well whenever he started, so it's got to be Rico Lewis. And he's played well this season. So the fact that he's our worst player this season is a bit mad. But yeah, if it is full squad, which it is, sorry, which it was initially, and I think the answer is Cancelo. I did learn today, or yesterday, Cancelo, if City win the Champions League, Cancelo apparently wouldn't be eligible for a Champions League medal because it's all about what your squad is at the knockout stage. He's one start away from getting to 10, Jack. Yeah, apparently it depends what squad you're in at the knockout stage, and because Cancelo wasn't in our squad at the knockout stage, it means if City win, he won't be eligible for a Champions League medal. He obviously would have been eligible had Bayern Munich won it, and he's eligible for a Premier League medal and FA Cup medal if we do win it, etc., etc. So yeah, that was just a half interesting. I thought interesting fact there. Tuchel was all right against Chelsea. To be fair, everyone was, because Chelsea was piss poor. Even when we were just like dicking around and giving them opportunities to have shots, they were still terrible. It was embarrassing. I tell you what, I don't know where Will is, but where was Thiago Silva on that first goal? He just left his man entirely. It was pitiful defending. Shades of Trent Alexander-Arnold. This game is unforgivable. It was pretty terrible. But so was Ortega, in fairness. He was bad. He was just off his line at one point for zero reason. What was worse, the Southampton game or the Everton game in Pep's first season? Although, to be fair, Jack, I mean, you're right, he was at fault for one of the goals, but to be fair, we also just didn't score that game. We're giving them far too much space in the midfield. That's a good shot. Oh, what a goal that is in the top corner. Goodness me, what a strike. That was outrageous. Foden's career ends 4 starts in 20 years. I mean, Foden was one of our best players this season before the injury. And even with all his injury issues, at one point, he was still our second best goal scorer and second best creator. Hello, Olivia. How are you? I'm doing great, thank you. It was a fantastic goal, wasn't it? I don't think there was really anything Ortega could have done about it. I would have questioned why we're not closing it as much. But yeah, don't blame Ortega 1 minute. It's a lovely finish. DR, I don't know where that comes from. He had it about 4 years ago, mate. Yeah, I think that either a midfielder should have been on him quicker. Yeah, midfielder should have been on him quicker, really. I don't even blame Stones. There should have been a midfielder there. That's not... Yeah, that's an outrageous strike. Nothing Ortega can do. That is a rocket of a goal. I just don't like that there was no midfielder there to stop that at source. And Cisco, is he called? And Chisco and Cisco? That's better than the one against Chelsea, says Jack. Yeah, no keeper was stopping that. The shot had to be stopped. He was given far too much time. The man from Paraguay. Hello, Lando. Is this game worth a watch? Yeah, it's pretty evenly balanced. It's a pretty open game. Yeah, why not? Think so. Think so. I've been half asleep the whole game and that woke me right up. It was a very good strike. Oh, and CISO, sorry. You need to do it phonetically for me, Musty. Well, that's because when you do things phonetically, the way Musty did it, it would have been with a C. So I pronounced it correctly based on the phonetic prompt Musty gave me. Bernardo's booked. They've got the hump. What does that even mean? They've got the hump. As an Arsenal fan, it's not good to a bottle of the league. Indeed, it's not. Because this game could have meant something. You know, that goal, that top bins goal could have meant something. It would have meant that would have meant the City would be dropping 2 points right now, but as it stands, it's irrelevant. Banana needs to sort out his hair. I mean, it's just standard hair. I wouldn't worry about it, KX, to be fair. Keep dropping this stress ball onto my knob. Yeah, but it's to do with the phonetics, Musty. That's not how phonetics work. When I first saw him, I thought he was Argentinian when I heard his name, but he is indeed from Paraguay. Opinion on the Gallaghers. What, Connor and co, or Noel and Liam? They're both like knobheads, aren't they, really? I don't really have any thoughts on them. Some Oasis songs are alright. Oh, is there a penalty for Brighton? The ref says maybe. No, he's... Never mind. Hit Morris' arm, but it's close to his body. I don't think he can really do anything about that. There's United versus Chelsea. I didn't even know that was a game. Your phonetics can die. I'm sorry for being right about phonetics, guys. That's not how phonetics work. The way you did it, Jack, was correct. I think Arsenal for the massive match day. Oh, Arsenal play. Who do Arsenal play? They've only got one game left, haven't they? Which must be on the Sunday. Because that's when all the teams play at the same time. I'm pretty sure. But I've forgotten who they play. I think it's home against Wolves or someone. What's your opinion on if United get third? Have they had a better season than Arsenal? Nah. I know they play Wolves on Sunday. I'm pretty sure I've remembered that. Is it me my shit internet or hasn't the score changed at the top left? Oh, no, you're right. It hasn't changed. Let's see if we can remedy that. I think it's because we were looking at the starts. Teehee, there we go. Add an FA Cup, then what? Maybe. Maybe. £2 Wolves tickets. Yeah, why were they so expensive? Was it because they thought they were going to lift the trophy on that day or something? It's just the one, Lando, I'm pretty sure. Let me double check and have a look at the Premier League table. Yeah, they only have one game left, and that is the Wolves game on Sunday. That's the one. We've missed 2 big chances, apparently. One of them was the first Haaland one, for sure. Can't remember what the other one would have been. Oh, Haaland had another header, didn't he? Wow, Haaland's a fraud, missing all these chances. What the hell? What a swine of a man. If he's onside, it's probably a goal. And it is. And it's offside. The City players were pretty sure it was offside. There we go. It did look very tight. There's 2 offside goals. It was a good finish from Danny Welbeck, of all players. Let's have a look. Is he offside? He looks pretty offside to me. Yeah. Yeah, he's well offside there. Should sell him and bring in Mount IMOs as Football Always. Should sell who? Sorry, Football Always. Foden has more non-penalty goals than Saka this season. Really? That's interesting. If they can win Champions League and FA Cup, do the treble, that would be lovely, Lando. Arsenal fans paid a lot of money for the final match day when they were like 12 points ahead. Yeah, I guess you got to hope, but it's the hope that kills you. Here is Riyadh. He's done well to keep that alive. Finds Kevin. Haven't seen much of him. That could be an inch. Oh, lovely ball! And Foden should score. He's inches away from heading that into the top corner. Should do better there. That's nice, Village. Oh, so close. He clips the top of the crossbar, actually. Yeah, he should score that. Thoughts on De Zerbi's the Pep replacement? I rate it. I wouldn't mind it at all. DR, mate, he scored in this game. Are you okay? He's better than all your players, it must be said. Jesus was a what? Jesus was a brick. What does that mean? I simply don't know what that means. When's Pep's contract up? Not the end of next season. It's the end of the season after that. Let's double check that fact. I think so. So the end of next season, is that right? Let's double check. If it was Lukaku, I'd probably be angry because he'd probably have missed the sitter for Belgium and got Belgium knocked out. Pep signs contract to 2025. Yeah, so... Oh, no, another 2 years then, is that? He's at the contract until the end of the 24-25 season. So he's here for this season, he's here for the season after that, and he's here for the season after that, at least. What Jellybean was it, Tom? Philip Walter Foden could walk into West Ham and be a club legend in 3 minutes. Yeah, Foden would be their best player, yeah. Is there any chance Pep does a Sir Alex and stays for another 15 years? A City? I don't think so. I think that era of managers done now. I think he'll probably have another sabbatical at some point, to be fair. Yeah, Foden's a better player than Rice, yeah. Wait, do you actually think Rice is better? Is that in dispute? Or is that like a joke? I can't tell. Is Arteta staying? It sounds like it, yeah. Yeah, because Foden's a much... I mean, Foden's a much better player than Rice. It's not even... I mean, it's not even close. Yeah, okay, mate. Whatever you say. That's terrible. Go on, Gundo. Win that. Well done, mate. Lovely. So, half-time, we're probably going to go 1-1. 30 seconds left. City have probably had slightly the better of it. Yeah, sure, DR. Whatever you say, mate. My predictions are no. What were your predictions, Lando? I said 2-1 for this game. Yeah, again, DR, mate, whatever you say. Get him in the summer. No! Get me Vardiol. Village, chill out, mate. Is there one more chance? 5 seconds left. Yeah, again, DR, sure, mate, whatever you say. There we go, half-time. 1-1. A very entertaining first half of football, it must be said. I think City have just about edged it. It was a world-class goal by Brighton to equalise it. How would my predictions be for the table? I don't know what predictions are, Lando. You're into the FPL Cup final. Well done, KX. Is Foden better than Kane? No, obviously not. Hello? How does it go from Rice to Kane? Like, what? How is that possible? Oh, 2-1 City. Hey, it could happen. I said 2-1 as well. Then Brighton have been better? Maybe. Maybe. I think maybe we've had the better chances. I think of the two Haaland ones in particular. And then obviously that Foden one. Kane's world-class, Rice isn't, I agree. Muha says, imagine if Messi wins Ballon d'Or over Haaland because of the World Cup. It would be a disgrace. It would, but you know it's going to happen. You know it's going to happen, and it shouldn't happen because Haaland's been better this year, but they don't care because they like the storylines. And yeah, so it's annoying. Harry Kane should try Eggy. What does that mean? How many goals would Kane score for United? It's a good question. I wonder if... I feel like Kane might not actually get as many as he does at Spurs, but I feel like he might get more goal-creating actions, if that makes sense. So, I think that if Kane was at City, I don't think Kane would score as many goals as Haaland has, but I think maybe City would score more. Does that make sense? Since when does Messi have 50 plus GA this season? Yeah, but how many of those are in the Farmers League? It sounds right, Musty, because he got like he's got like 20 plus goals and assists. I'm pretty sure. But again, it's in Liga. Like I don't care. Don't worry, Pim will get to the phone in shortly. Get Spurs to what, the Conference League? Are they even going to qualify for European football at this point? Are they even going to qualify? Is that a thing? The mighty foot. Oh yeah, Bleak Clement foot. My favorite. That's my favorite team in France. But yeah, anyway, guys, let's head over now to the Nobblet phone-in, shall we? Boom.
Let's go. This is your radio.
Aston Villa should lose. I hope Villa gets it. I mean, what are Spurs going to do? They're going to get to like the first knockout round and get knocked out, and it'll be pointless. Aston Villa might actually have a good run. Imagine if Messi wins the Ballon d'Or over Haaland, it would be a lazy decision. It would be lazy, Muha. It would be the wrong decision because it's over a season. Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about Clement Foot. Musty, but there we go. But there we go. I'm going to bring in the people into the chat now. I'm joined by DR. I'm joined by Miz. I'm joined by Pim. Hello, everyone.
Oh.
Lovely stuff. Was that a burp by you, Miz? You dirty man.
Stop.
Sort yourself out.
Sorry, boy.
Are we playing any games next week, by the way, Miz?
Yes.
What are we playing?
COD.
Sensational. How many wins are we going to get?
1.
Sick. Let's start with Pim. Hello, Pim.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, yourself?
I'm doing very good. Yeah, I'm doing very good. I think you've got an agenda. You wanted to talk about some specific things on this phone. And tell me more.
Oh, that prime Barcelona, so 2012 Barca, Haaland starts for them.
Oh, is this like a debate of how many City players get into Pep's Barca?
Yeah, how many City prime Barca team, and I said 1 guaranteed, maybe 2.
Yeah, that's an interesting question. In the chat, guys, of the current City team, let's just base it on this season of City and compare it to Pep's best Barca, which was the one in 2011, the 10-11 season. How many City players get into that team, and which players? Hello, Lucas. Yeah, I have missed you. It's been ages, mate. How are you doing? Hopefully okay. How are things? Hopefully you're all good. Musty says 11. Fantastic. If we're being realistic, I agree with you, Pim. I do think I would have Haaland over Villa that season, because Villa played centrally that year. And Pedro on the left, Messi on the right. I'd definitely have, 100% have. You can debate Villa and Haaland. Busquets. Oh yeah, Busquets obviously, yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't have Rodri and wouldn't have any City midfielders in. I would definitely have Ederson.
I'm debating putting Ruben Diaz in at centre back.
Really? Instead of who?
Bro, you're having the 2 breaks
Instead of Piqué.
Instead of Piqué. That's interesting. To be fair, how many games did Puyol play? I feel like was Puyol injured that year, or have I made that up?
He might have been.
Let's
11.
Let's double check that, shall we? Let's double check. In my head, he missed a lot of important games. I feel like it was more Mascherano who played centre half that year. I can't remember. Let's take a look.
He played 27. It's not a lot.
In all comps, is that?
Yeah.
Who played in the final? Can you get the final lineup for me? Was Puyol in the starting 11? I can't remember. Yes, he played 17 in the league, so it was an injury-hit season for him. Champions League final 10-11. I can't remember who the other centre half was alongside PK.
It was Mascherano.
It was Mascherano. Okay, great. Right, in that case then, I'm tempted to put in. Yeah. So if Mascherano was the main centre half that year, not Puyol, I'd be tempted to put in Diaz over Mascherano. Yeah, that's interesting. So.
I'm gonna lie, I feel like that United squad is fucking awful.
Oh, yeah, that was like with yeah.
We started Javi Hernandez up top.
Oh, don't diss the Mexican Pele. That's that.
No, I don't care. We had Giggs just set in mid with fucking. I know old Michael. Well, Michael Carroll was good, but no, Tony Valencia was average at right mid.
You're not wrong.
That's Fabio.
Jack says Diaz Stone's getting over Shakira's mistake. Yeah, I do actually think Diaz gets him Walker. Okay, Musty, chill out.
That's better on Stones.
Only hear me. What the fuck?
Lucas says I've just come back to say hello. I've deleted Twitch and everything to focus more on my private life. Okay, Lucas, interesting. You can do both. You can have a private life and a social life, but okay. Yeah, so I think Ederson definitely gets in. That's not even debatable for me. I think you could debate Ake over Abidal. I think you could debate Diaz over Mascherano, and I think you could debate Haaland over Villa. So what is that? Maximum 1, 2. What is that? Max 4, minimum 1. I think that's a fair amount. Do you concur? Do you concur, Pim?
Yeah, even I think Alexis Sanchez and Pedro, that was so shit. How they were in, I don't like. It just baffles me how when you say the best Barca team of all time, you say Pedro and Alexis Sanchez and that poor David Villa.
Oi, he wasn't poor. Less of that.
That season he was awful.
Was he? Am I misremembering?
Yes,
But
you
10,
have to
11,
mention.
I thought Villa was
I think
really
so.
good that year. He scored in the. I know it's not all about one game. I remember him scoring in the final. That's for sure. Hello Narmbred and hello Lagarto. Thank you so much for following the channel. But yeah, so I think that 3, it's at least 1, probably 2, 3 or 4 at a push. I am indeed English, Lagarto. Yes, whereabouts in the world are you from?
He's a bit of a Tory.
It's less of that. And was there another thing you wanted to say, Pim, before we move on to?
fucking Twitter. I know I shouldn't take it seriously, but people on Twitter are actually stupid.
Oh yeah, we already knew
One
that
of
though.
Oh, really?
The United one about Diaz.
Oh yeah. Someone said like name another centre back who's won 3 Prems in a row, and I think I named 3.
And the guy below said, "Was it Diaz one of those centre backs to go UCL final 2 out of 3 times in 2 or 3 years?" When Vidic and Ferdinand done 3 out of 4.
Yeah, that was an odd comment, wasn't it? Yeah, as I say,
You're a French City fan, that is.
4 United players have also done that. But hey, no one's ever done 4, so maybe that'll be the thing to do.
Yeah.
I'm also joined by, we heard the dulcet tones of Miz earlier. I'm also joined by DR. Hello, DR.
That's I'm a big fucking fan of.
How are you?
Good.
Excellent stuff.
Bro, how far away are you from the mic, bro?
Yeah, you guys in a different galaxy.
Is it good now?
It's all right. What do you want to chat about, matey?
How shit West Ham are.
Oh, no.
Overrated.
What was that, DR?
The City team being overrated.
Tell me more.
I mean, it's not overrated.
Some players overrated and some players underrated.
Who's overrated in that City team?
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Ake,
Okay.
man.
how dare you call Ake overrated?
Be serious.
Disgraceful.
Who actually do you think is overrated? Because it's clearly not Ake.
Akanji.
No, I'm not saying Ake is bad, but Shaw's been better this season, but he's not even getting a shout versus Ake.
Well,
The show's getting a shout it's because Ake's not a left back.
I think most people are saying that Ake's been better than Shaw this season, to be fair.
I don't think he has been better. I think he's been brilliant. I
definitely
think Shaw has been that good.
I think
I think Shaw's.
I'm not saying it's
Shaw's
like
a bit
I'm not
overpaid.
saying it's not close, but I do think Ake's been better this season. I think he's been our second or third best player.
I think you'd argue Shaw's been a second half of best player. I think the one you could maybe go was Rashford, even though he's dropped off recently.
Shaw's been clear, Tayab. Hello. I'm not sure about that one. As I say, Ake's been. I'd say he's been our best defender. Actually, he's been better than Diaz and Stones this year. And if you think that Diaz has been amazing, then I don't know what that tells you about Nathan Ake.
I think you have to look at what you expect. Did you expect Akanji and Ake to be main starters in this City team? No.
No, exactly, and that's why it's so impressive.
You expect Diaz and Stones to put in good performances consistently because they're that good.
Yeah, and Ake's been better, to be honest, across this season. As I say, he's been our best defender, which should hopefully tell you everything. But yeah, DR, are there any other players you think are overrated in this team?
He says Rodri's getting punched for the monitor.
All forward and obviously.
All right, even though he's had a really injury hit season, and even then, at one point, he was still our second best goal scorer and second highest in creating goals.
Don't you think that a player has to have at least 2 seasons to be better than another player?
What are we talking about here?
So 2 players, one was better, but the other has been better for 2 seasons.
Are you comparing Declan Rice and Phil Foden right here?
The rule is at least 2, ideally, ideally 3.
In your opinion, who has been better this season, Rice or Foden?
You can't compare them.
I don't even know.
This season,
I don't even know if Rice has been that good this season.
What?
He's been
Oh
all right.
my
You're acting like
He
you're
hasn't.
you're acting like he's been fantastic. He's
You
been
can't compare
fine.
a box to box to an attacking midfielder.
He
Well,
genuinely has.
he's not been better than Rodri. He's not been better than Casemiro. He's not been better than Bruno
Yes, he
Guimaraes.
has.
He's not been better than Party.
He's been
He's not been better than
Bruno
Party.
Guimaraes.
So that means he's what?
Yes, he has. He's been better than.
No, he hasn't.
He's been. Sorry, do you say he's been better than? Do you say he's been better than Party?
Arsenal look
Yeah,
dog
yeah,
shit with
he
like
has.
Party.
Oh,
Genuinely
right,
has.
okay. Okay, guys. In the chat,
Party's
what?
not even had. He's had an amazing season, but Rice has had better.
Okay, what does
But
the
just
chat
because
make?
you've watched like 2 West Ham games, mate, it doesn't mean they're shit.
Okay, yeah. I didn't say it was
What's that
shit.
watch,
That was what you said, not me. What does the chat think, guys?
Everyone
Has
thinks
Declan
Rice has
Rice
had
been
a
better than
better season than
Thomas
Partey.
Partey this
Yes.
season?
He has.
No, he's not touched on a 10-foot
Okay.
pole.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm going to say Rice has underperformed the first half of the season. Because I think West Ham have underperformed. You have, but when you look at the whole
Partey's-
squad,
Partey's underperformed
no one expected him to be in a
second half.
relegation battle for a majority of the season.
I don't think it's been a
That's
half.
not my
He's just
fault.
had a couple of dodgy games, which has coincided with Arsenal's dodgy end of the season.
Right, so apparently the relegation battle was Rice's fault. Not.
I don't remember.
having
I
a
don't
shit
remember
attack.
saying that.
No, it's not with me, because as I
Him
was
said
going,
it.
Okay.
I say he's underperformed, which I think he has underperformed in terms of the whole season.
No,
He's
he
been
hasn't.
good, though, but he has underperformed. He had a much better
hasn't,
season
like-
last season.
Stones is high key a better central
No, he-
midfielder than
Right,
Declan
so
Rice.
he's
I mean,
he's
I wouldn't say
attacked more.
that.
He's been in the
Cap.
box.
He's better in possession.
But it's not better going forward.
Doesn't have to be. He's a centre half in central midfield.
I mean, yeah, but then it's like, nah, it's not, you can't really compare it.
Yes, you can, because it makes DR annoyed.
I mean, yeah, in that sense, yes.
I've been muted. Oh my god.
That's because you're saying
Right.
fraudulent things.
No.
Yes.
Rice has had more interceptions than
Oh
last season.
God! Right.
More
Okay.
key
No, we're
passes,
not.
more
We're
key
not.
passes.
We're not
Okay,
playing the
fine.
stats
Why
game.
can't I use stats?
No.
Why can't I use
because
stats?
It's just.
It's because you're. It's just because when you're a relegation team,
I mean,
most
I
likely
wa-
you're not going to have the
I've
ball as
watched
much.
West Ham
So therefore,
more
you'll
than
make more
anyone
tackles,
this
more
season.
Yeah,
interceptions.
using defensive stats is not really a thing.
And a lot-
That tells you more about how the team play rather than the individuals. Right.
If you compare defensive stats with City and City from this season and last season, it's because they're in the exact same position. They're first.
Right.
You can't compare it when you go from 8th to bottom, nearly bottom.
We're getting to the second half now. Pim, score
Your
predictions
captain.
for this game.
2 each.
Miz, score predictions, final.
2-1 Brighton.
DR, score
He's already
predictions. Oh, DR's
He's gone.
left, has it? Okay, never mind. Right, love you guys. I'll speak to you guys later in the chat. There we go. That was an oblet phone in. If you guys do want to, I don't know if this will work in the chat, but if you guys do want to support the channel, oh, there we go, it works. You can do so by clicking that link to support your boy. You can join for as little as £1 a month. There we go, back for the second half. But yeah, guys, don't mute or deafen DR. Let him say his thing. Let him say his thing. I'd love to join VC. What's up? You know what to do then. Yeah, don't do that, guys, please. Thank you. Second half has begun. Bill Leslie, the man with 2 names. Can Leslie be a boy's name as a first name? Leslie Williams. I feel like it probably can. Leslie. I know it's definitely a girl's name. It wasn't me. Jack, it sounds like it was you. Don't be a cheeky man. Don't mute or deafen people when they're on a phone unless I, like, you know, request it. Thank you. Thank you. Let's play nice. Right. Second half. Let's go. Oh, it actually wasn't. Oh, fair enough, Jack. Well, whoever it was, you know. There we go. It's out there now. It's out there. Come on, Haaland, get a goal. Make me happy. Check Modric. Is it serious? Why is there... As the first thing I see is Will sending a picture of a dog. He's obsessed with that meme. I swear down. Right. Oh, it's for real blaming Jack. Oi, Jack's a boy. I ask Jack's help for many things. For many things. What did I say? 2-1 to City. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. But yeah, guys, we can continue that discussion if we like. How many City players do you think get into that prime Barca side? Do you think it's fair saying, you know, at least one, maybe even 2, 3, 4? Stop Jack abuse. Well, it's because Jack said a cheeky thing. It's because Jack basically went, you know, it's not me for real. That normally means it is if someone ends it ends the sentence with that. It normally means they're being cheeky with it. So hence, that was my conclusion. But it was the incorrect one. FMS just got back from doing something. Tom, I was just asking the chat how many City players would get into the prime Barca starting 11. And who? He did it, Teb. He did it. I know, but use your instincts. You know, based on what you do know and based on, you know, the players that you do know played. Oh, Haaland tried the fantastic. Tried the spectacular. Didn't quite work, but I love the endeavour. I love that. Oh, match-wise, nah, nothing happened, Tom. Oi, I didn't deafen or mute anyone. We'll be having less of that. Like a 2, by the way, he didn't tell me what club he supported. Let me know. I'm a Man City fan. Okay, Jack. Is that how he's so good at the foot? As I say, it's such a shame Foden was injured for so much of the season. Hello, Liam. Love you too, mate. How are you? Oh, well won by Rodri. Here's Gundo. I did debate... oh, nearly through. Oh, Bernardo somehow won it back. Foden clips it. Oh, Holland couldn't quite read that deflection. Can Walker outdo Matoma? Yes, he can. Well done. Mahrez points to where he wants it, and he gets it. Kevin, little Phil, Mahrez. Oh, probably wasn't the ball. Foden wanted it. How has he won that? Have a shot, someone. Oh, just across the face of the goal. And it's a deflection, apparently. Goes behind for a corner. Brighton, their own worst enemy at times here. What's the... how many goal contributions does Haaland have this season? Because I don't think he's going to do it now, but there was a chance he could have got the most, you know, Premier League goal contributions in a season. I don't think he's going to get it now because of how little he's been, like, used. Compared to everyone else. Sorry, in the Premier League, sorry. His little Phil have a shot, mate. Rico Lewis have a shot. He does. Oh, but it's so central. Just in the Premier League, though. Sorry, I didn't specify. Including, like, today's assist. Including today's assist. Oh, Pim says 43. Jack says 45. What is the truth? What is the truth? Pim says 44, including today. Jack says 45. Basically, the record is currently held by Alan Shearer and Andy Cole, 47. Obviously, they play more games, but that's still the record. The question, Ted, was how many including this game, how many goal contributions does Haaland have in the Premier League? Pim's telling me 44. Jack's telling me 45. I simply don't know who to believe. If you win the FA Cup, League Cup, Champions League, that's basically a treble. I think you've got to win the league title, Muha, personally. Foden's off, Palmer's on. Thought he had 9 assists. So it is 44. Right, so he's 3 off equaling the record, which could happen. Shearer and Cole both got 34 goals and 13 assists in a 42-game season. Evan Ferguson's coming on. Surprising to start. Oh, so is McAllister. Wow, the big boys are coming on now. Is McAllister Liverpool bound? Oh, Tab says it's 45 now. Where'd Pim get the 43 number from? Why am I being frauded? Tab, is that using the official Premier League app? If so, I'll believe you. He just needs a hat-trick. I agree the FA Cup and League Cup are basically the same, but you do need the league title. I'm getting severe 90-20 flashbacks when watching Rodri at centre-half. Oh, the days when Fernandinho did that. Right, so according to the official Premier League app, it's 45. Okay, so he is 2 off. Oh, you're right, Jack. It is 9 assists. So he is 2 off equaling the record for goal contributions in a season, in his debut season. That's mental. In a debut 38-game season where he's been heavily rested and substituted. That is insane. That is mad. So, Pim, you're a fraud and you lied to me, you swine. You dirty swine. Boom. There we go. 36 goals, 9 assists. That's pretty mad. One more for 10 plus 10. Yeah, it normally takes like 5 or 10 minutes, I think, Tayab, for them to refresh and update it. Minutes per goal involvement. Look at that. Haaland, 62. That's mad. I mean, it must be the most minutes per goal, ratio, surely. You're a swine of a man, Pim. No cap. I'm a walking encyclopedia of straight facts. Jack, indeed. That's a nice ball by Rodri straight into Haaland's path. Not able to find a way through. But Gundogan now spreads it wide to Cole Palmer. Can he get his first Premier League goal? Or another assist? He's going for goal. Oh, he forces a save. Good shot. And Mahrez should have been a bit quicker there. If he was more switched on, I think he could have won that. What a shame. All good. So 47-47. Who's got the next most? So he's now surpassed what Henry achieved in the 2003 season. What's encyclopedia, asks Musty. It's a big book full of many things. Evie, get down. Get down. Evie, off the banister. Down. Evie, down. Get down. Oh, that normally scares her. What a little shithawk you are. There's a banister with... Oh, sorry, Musty. It's a banister with a towel on it, and it's so precarious and narrow, and she keeps lying on it. It's like, stop it. Get down. Down. This little pedo, man. What's more impressive, 20 goals and assists or Haaland's goals? Probably what Henry did. Because it's Henry. It's got to be. That was lovely by Rodri. He was under serious pressure, still able to get away with it. Rico Lewis, by the way, has not looked out of place in today's game at left back and central midfield. Hello, little fox. How are you doing? Did I ever tell you, little fox, a fox is one of my favourite animals? I love foxes. That's a nice ball into Bernardo. Bypassing Brighton's midfield. Maybe. Oh, is that a foul? Referee says no. I agree. I think he went over far too easily. Has Mbappe never done that, Pim? Has Mbappe never got 20 and 20 goals and assists? I would have thought he would have done being in France. Which is, highly clapped. No, Musty. Yeah, I'm doing good. Little Fox, City won the league. That's all I care about. I'm happy. And yeah, it means that we can just enjoy these games now. He chased a fox. What, in a car or in a thing? Oh, Lewis has got to get that first. Never mind, Ortega does. That was poor though by Ortega. That's poor. You've had cheeky bet. Tell me more. Village. Who do you think? How many City players do you think get into Prime Barca? Oh god, that's fortunately fallen. That's a good save by Ortega. Is that a WWE move, Musty? I was saying that Edison definitely, maybe Ake, probably Haaland, and probably Diaz over Mascherano. What sort of animal was it, Tom? With your pure mask. Why were you chasing it? Well, Village, Edison's better than Valdez. And I think that Diaz has been better than what Mascherano was that season. And I think that Haaland's been better than what Villa was that season. And Ake Abidal is debatable. A hedgehog, well, that's upsetting. I like hedgehogs. You only ever really see dead hedgehogs, don't you? Because they're nocturnal and things. I'm not doing anything to my kitten, even though she is annoying and she's pushing her luck. I don't know why she's doing that. little bit to drink. I was offered a fiver to catch it. What, to catch it? Well, you were never going to catch a fox. You should have taken the fiver to chase after it. You're never going to catch a bloody fox. Sweet chin music. Is that Kevin coming off for Julian? I think it is. There we go. Kevin off. He's had a quiet game. That's fine. I'm hoping for a lot of these players that they're fully fit, and these games are just about retaining their sharpness. How do you get close to catching a fox? I don't understand. I was rapid. Yeah, but it's a fox. They're nimble and such. I dread to think what would have happened if he did catch it. Probably would have popped off. Oh, God, Ortega, that's not a good ball. Somehow Rodri's made it work. Yeah, that's bad. Our build-up play is not the same when we don't have Edison in, that's for sure. In terms of when we're being pressed high, I mean. I think Ortega's fantastic under when there's like not that much pressure. But when there's a high press, it's a sticky one. You backed Atletico, Betis, Inter, Celtic, and Rangers, and Villarreal in an ACCA. What are the odds on that, little fox? What have you bet? What have you placed as your bet, and what do you stand to gain? Is Palmer with some tricky feet? Oh, some good defending. It was before I had even noticed I was there. Oh, I see. Right, so you tried to sneak up on it. I understand. How would you catch a rabbit? Like in the wild? Or like a domesticated one in a cage? If so, that's not the same. £10, £600 return. Amazing stuff. What, good luck, little fox. No, Village. If Ortega Wick spin is passing, he starts for 50% of the league. He's certainly... I mean, shot stopping is like really... is actually really good. So yeah, you might be right. Oh, Brighton under pressure. Still 30 minutes left in this game. Anything can happen. I'd like us to get over 90 points. I ran after a rabbit in the field. Why did you do that, Village, if you don't mind me asking? Why? For vibes? Did someone bet you fiver to chase it? Alvarez is fouled. Can we just keep hauling on the pitch for a full 90 minutes for once? I feel like that hasn't happened in ages. Ortega seems like a nice guy. I'm sure most of the City players are. The rabbit looked at me funny. Okay, Village. So it's because you're a nutter. Got it. That sounds about right. That's interesting. Why is he one of your favourite players, Musty? That's interesting. Is it just because he's good at shot stopping? I mean, the improvement on Stefan is extraordinary, isn't it? Palmer's been causing a lot of issues since he's come on. Down Brighton's right. And here's Gundo. Look at Walker. Look at him. There you go. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Oh, he shot. I think he scored like 1 or maybe 2 goals like that in his whole career. You're not that guy, Kyle. Don't do that. Ortega just has a friendly face, Fairs. I think most of the City players look like they're nice people, in fairness. They seem to be fun. I don't know which one wouldn't be nice. I think they're nice. And they all look nice chaps. Backed him a lot when he joined, and he hasn't disappointed. Indeed, yeah, he's been a solid backup. Solid backup. And all you've got to do is be better than Stefan, really. Oh, Gundo gives the ball away. He didn't want it there from Mahrez. And now City are in trouble because they've been caught out in transition. There we go. Brighton give the ball away. Brighton must have had more of the ball, I feel like. And oh no, City have. Oh, that's interesting. That's fantastic work by Alvarez, but then he slips at the crucial moment. Welbeck still has the ball. Patoma overruns it, but Walker can't get in there. They give a lot of space to McAllister. And now Caicedo. A really good block by Rico. He can't clear the danger, though, again. This is sloppy by City defensively. Well done, Rico. Fall over, win the foul, maybe. There we go, that's a foul. Well done, Rico, with your fantastic hair. Getting the foul from Gross. 30 minutes left. I mean, I'd like a goal. If we could have a goal, that'd be lovely. If we could have... What could we have? I'm feeling a Rico Lewis assist to Erling. That would be nice. That's what's going to happen next, guys. Did you see Ortega's near assist against Chelsea? That was such a shame that goal got... Oh, you know, assist. That was such a shame that got chalked off. Oh, that's really good by Mahrez. Who? Oh, he should have found... Bernardo should have found Mahrez in the middle. Comes to Cole Palmer, who's been active since coming on. But his end product hasn't been there yet. Oh, have you just jumped down from the banister, you little knobhead? What are you doing now? Don't know what she's doing. Being annoying. I want a general assist to the Viking. Johnny Stones. That's my boy. He's my boy. Who's the captain right now? Oh, Gundo, obviously. See, he's still on the pitch. I thought he went off for some reason, but he didn't. That's nice by Ortega into Gundo. Now proceed. Attack, boys. Forwards. Forwards. Bernardo, that's backwards, mate. Why now? Johnny Stones is one of my favourite chants at the moment. I love how he clearly loves it as well. Like when it was the City trophy presentation, like they were calling out the names, he was like, you know, like doing that, like saying like, yo, keep singing it. That was really good. Oh yeah, that was like a new song. I mean, you know, in addition to the which is a banging song. What is it? Ederson and what is it? Ederson and Walker, Ake and Akanji, Ruben Diaz, Johnny Stones. Best defense in Europe with Manchester City. On the way to Istanbul, something like that. I like that one. That was the first time I sung that at the most recent game because I've missed so many home games, so I haven't been keeping up to date with the chants. Bad by Rodri. Yeah, look, that was a banging song. I lost my voice singing that one. That was so fun to sing. The first like 30 minutes of that. Oh, hello. The first 30 minutes of that game, the atmosphere especially, was like amazing. Yeah, well, I can't really remember it. I can't remember the tune. I've only done it once. Evie, come here. Don't go over there and... Come here, Evie. Come here. Stop attacking the cardboard. Evie. Come here. Good girl. Yes, there we go. Lovely. Hello, Glizzy. How are we? He's a good baby. Do you want to say hello? Ooh. Oh, she's so beautiful. Now, don't you stop being a naughty girl. You're jumping on banisters and shit. And we actually are on our way to Istanbul, which is lovely. Oh, Matoma probably should score. No, you're not going because... Actually, no, you've got to go because you've got your claws in me. Okay, go. If you're going to get off, then get off. Knobhead. Yeah. Whoa, we're the boys in blue. Whoa, coming after you. Whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's nice, Village. Yeah, absolute banging song. This performance reminds me of drunk 1920 Liverpool after the title was confirmed. Hello, Mo. Yeah, it definitely is one of those. I think this is just about maintaining fitness and not getting injured. How are you, by the way, Mo? Swear Ortega makes about 8 saves a game. I think part of that is also probably because he normally starts in games where we're not as strong. So therefore, we give away more chances. So therefore, we give away more shots and goal. So therefore, we need to make more saves. The Bernardo chant's definitely number one. Yeah, that was a banger. Sorry, still is a banger. Hopefully, that's not the last time we've sung it. Please stay, Bernardo. Literally, everyone loves you. You're loved. Watford are reportedly interested in bringing back Troy Deeney. Who's he playing for nowadays? Howie Stone's even playing. He was barely conscious 3 days ago. He must be like really fit. Otherwise, Pep wouldn't risk playing him and not giving him a proper rest. I don't know. It's even better now that he actually took us to Istanbul. Yes, exactly. And hopefully we can actually win the whole bloody thing. Oh, City have won it back. The camera angle wasn't ideal, but now it's Alvarez who's done a switch over to Haaland on the tit, and the shot is just wide. Evie! Stop attacking the plastic. You little knobhead. Nice ball by Alvarez. Haaland on the tits. Takes a touch. There's always going to be a tricky effort. Grealish is defo pissed, yeah. I do like how he's honest about that sort of stuff. So like, yeah, I like to go out and celebrate, obviously. And yeah, Mo, I'm doing good because City won the Premier League. And Arsenal balled it. Oh, Alvarez is into the Brighton box. He can't really get the shot away. Finds Mahrez. I thought he was going to do an overlap. He did not. Alvarez, look at the space. Don't take the shot. Come on, mate. I'm not sure about that one, Glizzy. To be honest with you. It's not a foul. Referee says, get up. Get it up, you. Alvarez giving it away, though. That was silly. Cole Palmer wins it back and then loses it. That's interesting play. Oh, here we go. Brighton are in. Look at Kyle run. Look at him. Yeah. Get it up, you. There we go. Mo, hello. He was like best player against Real Madrid. What? Or one of them anyway. Good tackle. City wants a goal kick, and they're not going to get it. Oh, they are. Never mind. Grealish to admit he killed a family of 4 drink driving 2 days after the Champions League final. What? Can I check the Inter score? Sure. I didn't even know they were playing. They are winning 2-1 currently. Martinez has scored both of those goals. I swear, if he actually plays well in the Champions League final after being a fraud in the World Cup, I'm going to be upset. What are you then, Mo? What merchant are you? Are you just a... I don't know, a chocolate merchant? Anyway. Who sent me a message? Don't message me! I'm busy. Swine. Right. It's a nice build-up by Brighton. If they can get this right... it's an interception by... I don't know why I said as if I'm upset. That should be a yellow card for whoever that was on Mahrez. Mitoma should get booked there. I'm a student of the game. It sounds like another way of saying you touch children. I'm a 2-foot merchant, true. I can't unblock you on Twitter Village because you keep commenting on every single post I do and then liking your own comment, and that gives me 2 notifications. So no, I can't. A genie merchant, what? Come on, lads. Oh, so I guess there is something to play for. I mean, we'll guarantee... I mean, they're going to get it anyway. There's no way that goal difference swing is going to happen. I hate City Twitter. Tell me more, Musty. Tell me more. Why do you hate City Twitter? Why? What's been irking you? What has been irking you? They're breaking it now because we aren't beating Brighton 4-0 after we've won the league. Yeah, this game's irrelevant. Like, I'm sorry, but do you really think that City would be playing like this if we had to win the game to win the league? You know. Do you remember that Erling Roll who used your videos a couple of times? Yes, and he follows me, and he sometimes retweets my things. He's now my boy. He's my boy. He's beefing Carragher. Oh, I saw that Carragher like retweeted him or something. Yeah. I didn't know the full context of it, but I briefly saw it. It's interesting how these people, like, you know, like Neville and Carragher do get annoyed at Twitter people. It is interesting. They're clearly hooked into the Matrix. Rodri sent back with everything on the line. I still don't really get that. Like, Laporte's right there. That's a lovely turn by Lewis. Shades of Yaya Toure. Oh, that's outrageous, Rico. Oh, I thought he was going to play in Hall, and that actually would have made my prediction look sick. That's a foul on Alvarez. Lovely. No, I didn't. I saw Carragher tweet out that he put Kane in his front 3, which is correct. And then Erling said, well, he did this, but not for Henry. And then Carragher said something, I read it, I half remember reading it and going like, that response doesn't really make that much sense. And And I don't know what the response was after. Can someone tell me? Because I'm lazy and can't be bothered looking for myself. Thank you. Guys, what's this? Brighton heavily underperforming on their XG? Nothing's changed. Oh, dear. Right, Mahrez. Oh, that one nearly was going to fall to Erling. Got to make sure Brighton don't get out, and they don't. Lovely stuff. That's always when City are at their weakest, when they're taking a free kick on the edge of someone's box. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that one. And I was like, well, that's a bit of a dusty reply, to be fair, not actually addressing what was said. And then I don't know what the response to that was. But yeah, I thought Carragher's initial response was a little bit tame. If that was supposed to be some sort of like sick burn, yeah. Oh right, he just said that. Amazing. But that is the thing though with Carragher. Like, it doesn't matter. Oh, here we go. If you're going to mention charges that haven't been proven or hasn't anything got to do with City fans, what about when you spat on someone's door and openly defended the racist? Okay, yeah. And I guess that's going to be the issue whenever Carragher tries to argue anyone with anything, is the trump card is always going to be, yeah, but you spat on a girl and defended a racist. No matter what the context, if you want to be like properly cheeky with it. So you're always going to win. Because you can't really say, because that ends that ends the debate, doesn't it? Like, he can't say anything to that. It's like if you had a conversation with like Logan Paul, or like you know, you are arguing with him, and it's like, yeah, but why did you film that dead body? And you can't really say anything apart from like, yeah, I'm sorry about that. Carragher can't get involved in conversation outside Sky Sport. He'll just get cooked, yeah. Especially if it's online on Twitter where it's a wasteland, you know, and you know it's like the Wild West. Why did he spit on the girl? Because he didn't mean to. So Liverpool just lost against United. I'm not justifying this, by the way. Liverpool just lost against United. He was in the car. Someone was goading him, had the phone out, and he put down his windscreen to spit at him, and he hit the girl in the passenger seat instead. So if we're being fair, play on. Oh, piss off. It's not a head injury, so why is the play being stopped, referee? He's fine. That's stupid. I hate it when play gets stopped when it's not a head injury like that. Yeah, calling the cross, but yeah, collateral damage. He falls over like 2 seconds after the incident. What even happens there? Ah, that's terrible. I mean, no, it wouldn't be fine. It just makes it worse, doesn't it? It just makes it worse, the fact that it was like an innocent bystander instead of someone who's being a knobhead. Just adds to the severity of the situation. That's the word I'm looking for. Undav's coming on. Guys, we've lost. We've officially lost. It's over. It's actually over. I'm upset. My boy Dennis is on. He actually came in clutch end game of the season. Didn't he score the winner against Arsenal? That's worth it enough. That signing is worth it just for that goal against the mighty Arsenal. Or he scored the goal that killed the game off, something like that. He scored against Arsenal. That's all that matters. Little dink. What a man. My fraud. That's my signing of the season right there. The second year. He killed the game off. Yeah. He also can't even defend himself. Well, actually, guys, I would spit on the guy, but accidentally hit the girl. It doesn't sound too good. No, yeah, exactly. It's shit, whatever the situation. But sadly for him, it got even worse by the fact that it was an innocent little girl. I mean, the guy was a knobhead for, like, goading him. But, yeah, obviously, that doesn't justify spitting on him. But, yeah, it's a thing. Goal scored in the 76th to 90th minute plus. Wow, Brighton are right up there. And here is Undav. He takes a heavy touch. I thought he was going to take a really good touch and have a shot there. What a shame. Village, why? In God's name, what context have you been spitting on children? Don't spit on anyone, guys. You know, unless it's like consenting and that's handball. Really? I thought that was going to be another screamer of a goal. Undav has 0.7 goals per 90 this season. That sounds like a better stat than Darwin Nunez. I know who's clear. I know who's clear. a stupid Nan with a really good shot, but always going wide in the end. That was very close. It's still Brighton in the City box, and there we go. That's... Oh, if only Alvarez could have stayed on his feet. That's apparently a foul to them. Okay, I don't agree with that, but that's fine. What's being fed to these lot? Is good. They're good, aren't they, Brighton? They're good. The foundation set in stone by the mighty Graham Potter, who left Brighton in 4th place. He's 5th in goals per 90. That's my striker. Yeah, and that's why he's clear of Charles Darwin. Is Darwin going to play more centrally next year if Luis Diaz is back to being like not injured all the time? Because Diaz has to start, surely. Obviously, Salah starts. So, is Gakpo going to continue playing through the middle, or will it be Darwin? What's the thought process there? What's occurring? What's going on? I've just dropped my coaster. What aids? Zerbi's gone above Arteta for my Pep replacement. Hey, I wouldn't mind either if and when the time comes that this fraud has to leave. I will have both. I do want your Pep replacement list, Musty. I do. I'd love Arteta. I'd love De Zerbi. I'd love Potter. I still think Ten Hag. I know what probably won't happen now because he's United manager. I think Ten Hag would still work at City as well. It's the final Ted Lasso episode on Wednesday. Excellent. I will not be watching that because don't really have any interest in it, but I know lots of people do, which is good. It's actually not a wank. Is that your requirements for watching something? Just don't be wank. There we go. Well done, John. Oh, lovely footwork by that man. It seems Klopp prefers Darwin on the left, Gakpo centrally, rather than vice versa. But Luis Diaz is better than Darwin Nunez, so... Is he going to play that frequently? Next season with a fully fit Luis Diaz? Question mark. Here's Cole. Come on, Cole, do something. That's a good ball. It's got to be, and indeed it is. What a ball by Cole Palmer. Outrageous ball from the young man. And there we go. Yet another one. That's 2 assists in 2 games for Cole Palmer. That's the first bit of really good end product that he's had this game. Lovely ball. I don't know how Haaland had that much space, but I don't care. Yeah, fabulous little cross. Yeah, Haaland with the goal. Amazing stuff. There we go. Let's have another look at this. He beats his man. Oh, Haaland is holding someone's shirt. Oh, I think this is going to get chalked out. He's properly pulling his shirt. I don't think it really matters. He'd get ahead of him anyway. But he is holding his shirt. I think this is going to get chalked out. And there we go. It's going to get ruled out. Yeah, because Haaland does pull his shirt. That's a foul for me. I don't know why he does, because he's going to beat him. Pep, De Zerbi, Arteta, Vinny, Demi Kalis. Oh, Vincent Kompany, of course. Yeah, it's a foul. It's definitely a foul. Yeah, that's a foul. Yeah, definitely should get ruled out. And there we go. Ruled out. What a shame. What a shame. I don't think he had to pull him there. I think he would have beaten him anyway. So that's a bit of a shame that Haaland felt the need to do that, but whatever. Oh, well. I feel more sorry for Cole Palmer. That's his assist gone. Yeah, he pulls him. Yeah. Don't be mean to Vincent Kompany, Kante. I think he should have backed himself there to just get ahead of his man. Can't lie. Rodolfo's upset. He's going to pop off. Popping off. What's done is done now, guys. Don't worry about it. And here we go. Brighton coming through. Close the space. They scored a screamer last time. That's a good ball in. Oh, Matoma with a header always going over. I think that was fair. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Pep had a cameo. Oh, yeah, I saw that. I think the Premier League have got some sort of agreement, because wasn't there also like a Chelsea feature in it or something? Hello, Sunny Reds. How are we? Oh, Erling, you didn't need to do that, matey. You could have had 2 goal contributions this game. I'm not going to say this referee got that decision wrong because he did get it right, but this is one of my least favorite referees. Like, I recognize him. Don't know his name. His face always annoys me. He always makes bad decisions, I feel like. If it's the one I'm thinking of, and I think it is. Because I normally go, you fat, bald man. Just have a go with him for no reason. They're playing the entire season. Oh, I see, yeah. Yeah, they must have a deal then. I want to go to Wembley this season to see who, Kante? Who do you want to see? Again, why is there so much space? What is going on? There we go. Well played, Walker. We've got no midfield. Are Blackburn going to Wembley this season, though, Kante? I didn't think they were. Unless it's a competition I'm unfamiliar with. I always laugh when I see that one linesman that has Habsburg jaw. What's Habsburg jaw? Oh, next season. Okay. Whoa, Stones, why are you down? No. Do not you dare be injured. Okay, he's fine, thank God. He's just shithousing good. Don't you dare be injured. We must have 0 injuries leading up to the FA Cup and Champions League final. We're bringing on Gomez and Phillips. That means in Pep's mind, the game is over. That's what that means. Pep is booked for some reason. Okay. Oh, did he push him? Oh, I didn't see that. Well, that's why he's booked then. That's silly. I mean, I think it's a foul by Haaland. I don't really know what the complaint is. He's pushing him. He's pushing him. But yeah, I mean, you pull the shirt. You pull him backwards. That's a foul, mate. I'm sorry, Haaland. If Pep got sent off, does it carry over to the Champions League final? I don't think so. I don't think so, because I'm assuming that's only for domestic or UEFA. I'm assuming they're separate. Pep's like, well, I'm not happy. I didn't see him pushing the 4th official, but it must have happened. Come on, play on. Right, Gomez is on. Come on, have an exciting end to the game, not a dusty finish. This will end our winning streak. Stones and Bernardo are off. Gomez and Phillips are on. As I say, that means that in Pep's mind, the game is over. That's the classic double substitution. How is Van Hecke play? He's all right, I guess. Like, it's been pretty solid for Brighton's defence, really. City haven't created too much this second half. Is he a former Blackburn player or something, Kante? Caught the scent of a Phillips goal incoming. He hasn't scored yet this season, has he? That'd be lovely. That'd be lovely. Oh, God, Walker. Why do you love him, Kante? Did he play for Blackburn or something? Oh, God. Ortega just punts it. Oh, he was on loan last season. Got it. I understand. Does Gary Neville have a coin slot in his forehead? No, I think that's right. Yeah, and his dad is called Neville Neville. That is correct. That's how... I think he may be a... I don't want to say anything libelous here. I think he might elect... Is he a nonce? Have I made that up? I think there's something about Neville getting into trouble with someone at some point. I don't know the full details. May have made that up. Allegedly. Asterisk. Do not quote me on that. All of that. Don't sue me. If Phillips' rocket would hit like crack. There was a game where he hit the crossbar in like the first 30 seconds. I can't remember which game it was. Pep's fitting to get sent off. Hartwood Bellis is simply clear, can't I? It's as simple as that. I wonder where he'll play next season. Oh, Bristol. Do I mean Wayne Lineker? I don't know. I thought it was Neville. Neville. I'm going to Google that. Neville. Are you a nonce? Arrest. On 26th of March 2013, he was arrested on suspicion of indecent assault. He's released on bail. He was found not guilty. Okay, fair enough. So that must be what I'm thinking of. He was found not guilty. So I don't know enough about it. He's a snake. Hello. Cap. Didn't know we had a dad. What the hell, Musty? Hello, lol. Yeah, indecent to start. I don't really know what that even entails. But, yeah. Whacking someone with your knob. It's a good question, lol. I like how you're Googling that, Jack. I mean, it's only on loan, to be fair, Kante. He probably doesn't really care. No cap detected. Right, Phillips, do something. Do something good, please. Well, that's a dangerous ball. That's not the best one, and Phillips slides in. He might get booked here. Oh, never mind. Focus nonce vibes. How are you doing, Lolo? Yeah, Phillips just falls over. It's a good foul, though, because Brighton may have been in and away. Lolo, I'm doing great, yeah. Because City Premier League champion, so I'm very happy, obviously. And yeah, this game's been a bit of a dead rubber. The first half was exciting. Second half's been a little bit bland. Because obviously City are on the beach in a way, like they're in their heads. I'm sure they're thinking about FA Cup and Champions League finals coming up. Oh, what a turn by Riyadh, and that's a foul. There we go. Bit boring now, though. Yeah. Wanker, who's a wanker? Have you seen the selfie Carragher took of the two of them in the 7-0 match? Yes, I did. That was really funny. It just summed it all up, really. It was just a perfect summation of the moods. Guys, Women's Super League, Reading versus Chelsea. I will not personally be watching that. But that's just me personally. I will be watching City Brentford on the final day. So we'll be streaming that. And also on Friday, we're doing Jackbox Night Game with viewers. Saturday, we're doing FM, Football Manager. The last season with the mighty Borough. Hopefully, we can win the league or Champions League. And yeah, as I say, Sunday, last game of the season. We'll be paying attention to City Brentford. I think basically everything will be sorted apart from the relegation race. I think apart from that, top 4 will probably be sorted. European spots probably sorted. Obviously, the title sorted. So I think the only thing of interest is the relegation race. Brentford might benefit. I'm not confident. I would be confident if we needed to win, but it's the last game before the FA Cup final, and Champions League final. So I don't see us after the season of Borough, Musty. So I don't see us, properly going hard in it. I see it being a similar performance to this, where the players aren't really properly trying too hard. Don't really want to get any injuries at this stage in the season. That wouldn't be ideal. Brentford, that's nice, lol. That's good to know. Well, we haven't even started the season 6, so it'll be whenever we get that finished. It depends how quickly we can do that. But I'm hoping to win either of the Premier League or Champions League. We should do. We really should do. Win that, Kyle. Well done. Lovely, lovely. Ortega pumps it. Shouldn't be too much added time here. Outscott's the most used FM player since the January FM update. That's a shame, Village, because in my Football Manager, he's not that good. And United signed him, but then they loaned him out, and he's sort of like lingering in sort of like mid-table Premier League, I'm afraid. So there was no desire for me to purchase him. And I know that's going to disappoint you, Village, but how confident are you, by the way, Village, that your toe is going to be attached to your foot this time next year? Because he needs to sign for a club playing European football either in this window or in the winter window. I think Rico's been City's best player today? Maybe. I mean, Brighton could win it here, but that's a terrible ball. Rico Lewis able to intercept it. Yeah, you might be right. Yeah, Rico's... Oh, God. Mahrez wasn't paying attention for that Gundogan pass. Gundogan gets back, wins the ball. Well done. Oh, Haaland, that's outrageous build-up play. Link-up play, sorry. Hold-up play. That's the word I'm looking for. We got there eventually. You're very confident. Okay. Yeah, in case you guys don't know, if Alex Scott isn't playing in a UEFA competition for next season for a Premier League club, Village will cut... I think he'll cut his foot off and cut his toe off. So, the stakes are pretty high. Oh, Kante's favourite player just got booked. 4 minutes of our time. We've already played one of them. It's probably going to end 1-0 now. That's decent. Brighton will be happy with that because it means... what does it mean? It means they're guaranteed European football. And City probably don't really care that much. I'm sure Pep cares to an extent, but I'm not really that arsed. If I'm being honest, and I think I am. What am I going to do after this? I haven't had tea yet. I've had lunch. I had a very late lunch, so I'm not that hungry. I need to have some tea. What are you guys eating for tea or dinner or your evening meal? Or a snack or supper? Inspire me. The winning streak is over. It is indeed. But hey, the not losing streak is still going. What do you say? There's an Argentine striker team this season coming to FIFA. It better be for Julian, I swear. I swear down. Oh, Cole Palmer. I tell you, he's been a spark since he's come on. Deary me. He was denied an assist due to Haaland's silliness. That's a bad ball. Fish finger sandwiches and sweet potato... What's a sweet potato waffle? Is that a waffle just made out of sweet potatoes? I'm guessing. Never heard of that. Start Palmer against Brentford. Yeah, do it. Why not? Palmer's been good, you know. He was good last game. Got an assist. Should have got an assist this game. He's been decent. Oh, Kumi Martinez from Inter. Well, you can get stuffed. Julian's was clear of that fraud. Lautaro Martinez is the modern-day Higuain. Facts only. It's just a potato waffle made with sweet potato. Interesting. I don't think I've ever had a waffle like that. I've only ever really had sweet waffles. You know, with like maple syrup and all that. And all that stuff. Chicken and waffles is a big thing in America. It's an interesting combo, savoury and sweet. Oh, here come Brighton. Can they win it in the 90th minute? Rico Lewis has not got the pace. If he gets this ball right, and he doesn't. No, that allows City players to get back. They should be defended now. Kyle Walker does defend it. Brighton fans desperate for Casado to have a pop. Pat Leroy, well done. 20 seconds left. I will take the 1-0 at this point, boys. Walker wants an offside. Don't do that. Don't put your hand up. The referee, the linesman, sorry, will say if it's offside. He's not going to be impacted by you putting your arm in the air. He won't care about that. Now we'll end that game there, ref. Oh, wait, end the game. There we go. Full time, there we go. Good stuff. Lovely stuff. So we'll take that. We didn't lose. Brighton maybe... It was a pretty even game. I think it's fair to say Brighton maybe edged it. I'd say in terms of individual chances, maybe City had the better ones, but that's nice to know, Jack. But in terms of what that means for the league table, doesn't change anything for City. We're still top. It does mean we can only get 92 points now, but that is fine. And what does it mean for Brighton? It means that Brighton are definitely finishing in 6th place. Even if they win, they can't finish higher. Even if they lose and Villa win, they can't finish lower. So they're definitely finishing in 6th place. That means Liverpool are definitely finishing in at least 5th. That means the highest Villa can finish is 7th. And that's all that really changes. So probably a good result for Liverpool. And obviously Brighton, because it confirms they're going to be in the Europa League, which is so exciting. I probably will watch the Europa League for Brighton. Because I do like watching Brighton play. But yeah, guys, that was, and indeed still is, the stream. Thank you so much for joining me. Really hope you enjoyed it. Bit of a chilled out stream, bit of a chilled out game, but that's all good. Next stream is on Friday, Jackbox Night at 10. Saturday, we're doing Football Manager at 2. Sunday, it's the final game of the Premier League season, City versus Brentford. And then next week, we'll do an end of season review where you guys can come onto the stream and have a chat about your guys' team and how you think your season's gone. And yeah, I'm very excited to see Newcastle in the Champions League as well. Absolutely musty. But yeah, that's the stream. I'm going to go eat some food. Have a lovely rest of your evening. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye, guys.